How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Kingdom Hearts 3 playthrough. Now, in the last episode, we made it back to Elsa again. We had to travel a long ways. We met up with Anna, Kristoff, Sven, and Olaf. And after Anna gets hit with ice, we are back down the mountain again. And it looks like Elsa is being taken back to Arendelle by Hans. And now we got to go save her. And before we saw all that, we got into a fight with Marshmallow. But it's okay now because he is now our partner for the rest of this, for the rest of the time that we are here.
She's with her true love.
Kristoff!
Now, for this episode, you guys are actually going to get to see two worlds today, because in this episode we're going to be wrapping up Frozen. Like, there's actually not much left to show in this world. And then we're actually going to have to go back to Twilight Town for a little,
She's back at home.
call it a side mission. It's really nothing. Honestly, this side mission that we're going to go to after Frozen is not really important at all. It doesn't really affect the story at all. It's I don't even know why they put it. It could have been so much more. And again, that's one of the little disappointments I have with the game, but it doesn't affect my overall experience of the game. But we'll get to that when we'll get there when we get there. Then I'm actually going to stop talking when we get to that, because there's really nothing much to talk about for that. But then I'm going to come back as soon as as we finish that part up, or I don't know. I need to check and see when this video ends, so that way I know when to provide commentary. But anyway, so it looks like we just reunited with Kristoff, and now we got another snowstorm coming, and now we got to go rescue Elsa again. But again, stuff taken directly from the movie, so it really adds to the world itself. And I gotta say, having Marshmallow as a partner was actually a big surprise when I found out about it, but it's actually really, really cool.
Elsa and Anna might both need our help. Let's go!
Now, this next part, during certain points, the wind is going to be blowing really strongly, and you need to hide behind these rocks. Like, just like when the screen becomes like practically all white, that means a heavy wind is coming, so you need to hide behind the rocks so you can keep on progressing to the next point without falling back because of the wind. And the triangle button symbol will appear, and as soon as you see that, press it, because then Sora will slide all the way to the next rock. Thankfully, though, it doesn't take too long to get from point A to point B. Otherwise, I'd find this kind of ridiculously annoying. But it's actually not that long in length, so I'm okay with it. Oh, it's so funny. I didn't even notice that Donald got blown back. Yeah, if Donald and Goofy aren't exactly with you, they will get blown back because of the storm. And you're going to want to hit those bushes over there because they kind of block your way to the next area. Otherwise, you have to kind of go around more, and it becomes a little bit much more of a hassle. But yeah, as soon as you see the triangle symbol appear, press it so you can get to the next spot. And then pretty soon, Marshmallow is waiting for you down there because the wind doesn't affect him. So what you want to do is you want to get to him as quickly as you can, because he'll protect you from the wind, just like he's doing right now.
Look, he's protecting us from the storm.
We can make it.
Okay, guys. The storm's died down.
Gorge, I hope Anna
It still bothers me that we never really get to visit Arendelle. It's the only thing about this world. Everything else, every other world is great from what you get to do, but besides the side mission we're going to be going on later. And now we get another great scene directly taken from the movie.
Kristoff?
Anna!
Uh-oh.
Elsa.
Elsa, Anna.
No!
And I know I said this in the last episode. I mean, it's great that they got Hans, but I mean, he picks up Elsa, he tries to kill her, and then the darkness takes him. But again, you know, there's some things that, you know, some things that they can and can't do with what they have available to them for the teams that develop this game, but doesn't matter. We're almost out of this place anyway. Now, this next boss fight is really, really cool. I didn't think it was going to be, because I remember seeing it from one of the trailers, but I completely forgot about it when the game came out. But, I'll let the game show you first. It's a freaking wolf heartless. I love this design. This boss fight for this world was amazing. That thing looks like a one hell of a beast.
Do you really think this will help Anna?
And the whole fight is set up really, really well. The fact that there's a reaction command where you have to team up with Marshmallow to stop like this gigantic meteor that's going to destroy you. And you and Marshmallow have to stop it. It's so cool. Yeah, I have to admit, for everything that I've said that I've liked and disliked about this world, this is one of the big pluses. This boss fight was awesome. And come on, that thing just looks absolutely amazing. Yeah, again, you're going to really want to try and stick with your fire spells. And then the Hyper Hammer is actually going to be really good to have for this, because when you hit the Heartless and get him to a certain point, he's going to unleash a whole bunch of heads on you. And pretty soon when he gets the meteor on your ass, you have to either destroy a certain number of them, or you have to kind of be close to Marshmallow for the reaction command to come up. I'm not exactly sure how it works. I have to kind of watch this and kind of see for myself. As of this video's release, we still have no confirmation yet when the for those of you wondering, we still have no idea when the critical mode is going to be releasing for the game. But it is coming. Rest assured. Tai Yasue, one of the producers for Kingdom Hearts 3, did confirm at a conference that it is coming. It's being worked on. We just don't know what the release date is yet for all of you guys that want to play it on Expert. Now, how the hell does this all work? I thought you just have to destroy, you know, clones, but maybe you do have to get, like, next to Marshmallow. I gotta see for myself. Okay, maybe you do have to be next to him. I'll have to see the second, because I think the second time I almost failed this, and I almost failed the boss fight. But yeah, look how freaking awesome this is. That is so cool. God, that is amazing. And I think my older brother, before I even got to this point, he actually like said, like, what if one of the Heartless you face is a wolf? I'm just like, that'd be freaking awesome, and yet it's a gigantic boss. Yeah, I mean, even though I'm kind of heading back to Disney later, I feel like during the summers when they're going to release a couple more, this is when they're going to really start releasing the Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC. Well, I guess it's safe to say to call it Final Mix, just because they kind of said it's going to be like that, because now that we have downloadable content, everything from the cutscene is going to be considered Final Mix, so I think it's safe to say to call it that. All right, let me see here. How did I, because I almost failed this, but do I have to be close to Marshmallow, or do I have to limit distance to our foes? I got to see this. There's Marshmallow. How did I do this? I'm not sure how exactly that all works. I'll have to really think it over, but I think you just have to eliminate a certain number of those heads, and then the reaction command will pop up. I just got done playing a little bit of Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. And I was in this like one hell of a boss fight. It was like a bird. And usually when you face like some of the flying creatures, even if you just have a sword, you're able to hit them. But this one was a little bit more higher up that you couldn't hit him. I had to switch out some party members to the ones who had bows and arrows to really try and get a hit on him. It was a little bit of a pain in the ass, but I managed to survive it and die once, so that's something. And with that, we learned Super Slide, and our MP got increased. Awesome. I actually thought at this point that Marshmallow was gonna die, but then I realized he doesn't. He's actually still alive in the Frozen universe, I should say. And with that, we are out of the portal to hell. Looks like I'm watching the movie. Ah, damn it, I wanted to see where this goes. Damn freezing magic. You again.
So love has filled both their hearts with light.
Larxene!
Two in one world. Definitely didn't see that coming.
I'm kind of hoping that in the future with Kingdom Hearts, I hope we go a little bit,
What is this all about?
explore more for like the new 7 hearts, because I mean,
So you bumped into Marluxia.
I don't think Kairi has given up her power yet, so she's still one, I think. Anna and Elsa, and then Rapunzel.
7 hearts.
So that leaves 3 more princesses. Unless Kairi gives up her power, then that's 4. But I'm really curious about who they would choose, though.
Leave innocent people out of it!
Oh, look at this.
I'm still willing to bet, though, that Merida is eventually going to become a princess of Heart, just because a lot of people think it is true. But a lot of people think.
Please, like you found your 13. The king said you're one Seeker of Darkness short.
Oh no, we're set.
No, you're not. Not yet. Trust me, we know. Yeah, because there's Merida, there's Tiana from Princess and the Frog, so that's 2.
They have all
And then we need about 2 more.
Then if we don't
1 more, technically, if Kairi still has her power.
Elsa and Anna.
I feel so stupid. Who the hell else am I missing? I should know this. I still think that Jasmine should still be in, just because if Kingdom Hearts is in Aladdin 1 and 2, come on, we have to do the King of Thieves. I would love for Aladdin and the King of Thieves world for Kingdom Hearts. I've always wanted that because I love that movie. It's my favorite Aladdin.
They have each other.
Anna. Oh, Elsa. You sacrificed yourself for me? I love you.
An act of true love will thaw frozen heart.
Love will thaw. Love. Elsa? Of course. Love.
Yeah, I hope in Kingdom Hearts 4, maybe even one of the side games, because I think they said they're going to do, I believe they said we're only going to have one side game until Kingdom Hearts 4. Again, I could be wrong. But I would love to know who the other Princesses of Heart are. Oh, wow, I'm stupid. Moana. Duh. She's a princess, right? Yeah, she's a princess. Yeah. Yeah, they'd have to have Moana. That would be an interesting, cool world. Moana would be cool to see. I have to admit, that'd be really, really cool to see. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our time here in Arendelle. Despite what I've said, I still don't hate this world. I think there's a lot of things to like for this world. I definitely like the Keyblade. The Keyblade is cool that you get in this game. But I just think that if they would have worked on the layout a little bit of this world, I feel like it could have been a winner. But even then, I don't hate it. I think it's just fine. But it is my least favorite world to visit for this game. I will say that. Oh, what do we have here?
Tell me, will you stay here?
I can't shake the feeling that these waters touch another shore I've visited.
The Destiny Islands.
Oh, you've heard of them?
One thing I definitely love is that
They are quite lovely.
once you play Birth by Sleep and you see these two meet up, technically, the first time that they talk in the secret ending of Birth by Sleep, that technically is in Kingdom Hearts 3. So I think that's really kind of neat how we've technically seen footage of Kingdom Hearts. We've seen bits of Kingdom Hearts 3,
And light.
even back in 2010 when this first cutscene came out with these two.
Mountains of day and night. They brought you and I together. So why not also you and another?
Yes.
Another thing that I really do like that they brought back for this game and for the story is bringing back Ansem the Wise. He was such a he was such a great character, and when we're first introduced to him, and
Master.
well, and I mean we really knew him in 2, but then we find out who he is for Chain of Memories in 358.
So now
But he's a man that, you know, initially wants revenge on Organization 13 and realizes his mistakes and wants to do right. And, you know,
Among the test subjects was a girl. She had lost
I'll get back to
her
that in a second.
memory,
What
just as I
what
had.
Xehanort's Heartless is saying right now is that apparently back in the day, Ansem the Wise did experiments on other people's hearts, and one of the test subjects was a girl, and she lost all of her memories. Now, a lot of people at first thought it was Ava, one of the foretellers, but a lot of people, and now as I think about it too, I don't think it. We all agree that it's not Ava, but it's Skald from Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, because she mentions having a few other friends. A few other friends that possibly might have been the new foretellers. And and apparently Axel and Syax, when they were human, they visited her and tried to talk to her. And the reason they took the job with Ansem was to get more information about this girl, who I'm willing to bet that it's Skald, but we'll have to wait and see. But it's definitely an interesting plot point that really expands the universe. because now there's a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on in Union Cross where apparently Ventus in Union Cross might have a dual personality even before Vanitas was out of him. And that is actually really interesting. I was a little bit skeptical at first because Ven, we know Ven as, this outgoing kid that is looking to make friends, but now there's this possibility that he could have a split personality. Maybe it's Vanitas trying to take control of him before he's separated in Birth by Sleep. We don't know. Because we know that Ven goes from the time of the end of the Keyblade War to, the future to meet Terra and Aqua. So I'm really intrigued to see how his backstory is going to go along. And I follow a lot of great Kingdom Hearts YouTubers that keep up with this sort of thing. If any of you guys are curious and you want to keep up to date with what's going on with the mobile game for Kingdom Hearts, I highly recommend checking out the channels The Gamers Joint and HMK, because they talk a lot about a lot of Kingdom Hearts 3 and other Kingdom Hearts related news, and they really keep up with the mobile games pretty well, so you can keep up with the story and all the updates.
Just got a message from Merlin.
Okay.
I got him.
So
Chipper.
we just got a call from Chip and Dale,
Hi, Chip.
and Merlin
Does
wants to
Merlin
speak
need us
with
for
us. So
something?
we're actually going to be going back to Twilight Town because Merlin has something he wants to tell us and something we got to do that plays
Where?
no effect into the story at all and was indeed a waste of time and a big disappointment.
He's a tough wizard to pin down. Anyway, message delivered. Bye.
Where could he be having tea?
I don't know.
Say, if you were gonna have a cup of tea, wouldn't you want to have it at the best restaurant that you could find?
Oh, of course.
What else Chef's Bistro?
Yeah! Let's go drop by Twilight Town and we can see if Merlin's there.
So yes, we are going to be on our way back to Twilight Town to see what Merlin wants. But on the plus side, ladies and gentlemen, after this episode, we will be going to the next new world, and that is Monstropolis, which is Monsters, Inc., and I love that world. And when I play in Monstropolis, it actually reminds me a lot of Arkham Asylum, and I'll kind of get into that once we get into that playthrough, because I know you're probably thinking, what? How the hell does that reminiscent to Arkham Asylum? Well, I'll tell you when we get there, just to kind of keep you guys in suspense. But again, it's a Pixar world, and it's really, really good. I love Monstropolis. Every other world is great. Okay. So let's see what Merlin wants after I equip some abilities. And yeah, that Crystal Snow Keyblade is really, really helpful. I loved using that. And I think the design of it is really, really cool. It reminds me a lot of the Diamond Dust Keyblade that you get in Kingdom Hearts 1. Nothing new for Donald and Goofy yet. Yeah, really cool looking Keyblade. Okay.
Ah, greetings, gentlemen. What brings you all the way out here? Besides the finest tea this side of Big Ben, of course.
But I will admit, though, that it is great seeing Merlin in this game. Just a nice little cameo that I like.
Asked us to stop by.
Gracious, did I?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you leave a message for us with Chip and Dale?
About a book?
Ah, yes, the book. That's right.
Okay.
Behold.
So apparently, Sora is missing from the Winnie the Pooh book. We're not finding any stolen pages again. We're not doing any of that. But we have to go inside the 100-acre wood to find out why Sora has vanished from the book cover. And I can tell you right now, it's not in any way as important to the story as you would think. And the thing is, you don't actually visit the entire 100-acre wood. You're confined to one area, and that's Rabbit's house. And it kind of just makes me think, well, why the hell, like, I feel like this particular moment right now could have been a nice little free DLC gift, you know, as like a mini, because essentially, guys, we're just playing mini games. This has no effect on the story whatsoever. And it's just a waste of time, and it just makes no impact to the story at all. And I will agree with people on this. 100-acre wood is a waste of time. And I'm really sad, and I would actually have been okay with it if we got to explore all of 100-acre, but we don't. We're confined to just this one area. So here's what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen. I'm actually going to stop talking right now because, again, nothing is going to happen in this minigame, in this world, because you're playing 3 minigames, and they're the exact same goddamn thing. And, I mean, they're not really hard to figure out. Like, if you just follow my strategy here, you'll be able to beat it.
Good to see you,
But I really have no commentary for 100-acre wood, so I'm going to cut off my audio right here, and I will see you guys again as soon as we get out of here, because there's nothing really to talk about here. So I'll see you guys in a little while.
But perhaps I've forgotten. Sink, sink, sink.
Oh, we've got trouble, all right.
Oh, bother.
Would that be the rabbit sort of trouble? Sorry, please continue.
Sora!
Wow, who's this?
It's okay. He's my friend.
Hi, I'm Sora.
And I'm Lumpy. It's nice to meet you. Ah.
Stuffer and sassafras. Stomp around a little louder, why don't you?
Oh. Go for I'm sorry.
I kind of like it when the ground gets bouncy.
Well, I suppose if something has to bounce. Huh? Speaking of...
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Back for some more bouncing, Sora?
Tigger!
Come on, let's go! You too, Roo!
Yippee! Me too, me too. I want to bounce.
Oh, yes, it is time for bouncing! Say no more! All would-be bouncers are welcome! Oh, I remember now. Rabbit's trouble is harvest-related.
Well, thank you for remembering my plight, Pooh. Better late than never. Excuse me? Would anyone else care to remember why we're here?
As I recall, we came to help you with your garden, Rabbit. After which, perhaps, you'll invite us in for a smeckerel or two of honey?
Correct. No! I mean, we'll see about that, Pooh. Now, the garden, if you please. You can help too, Sora.
What? Me too? Let's see. Yes! Hey, I think that's a... Let's see.
Let's see.
Let's get gardening. There we go.
More! I hope you've left the ones I'm after.
There we go.
Well done. I think I'll gather these. Impressive. Look at that.
Thanks, Rabbit.
More! Look at that. Thank you.
Nice.
I hope you've left the ones I'm after.
This is what tigers do best.
Good one. There we go.
Well done. I think I'll
Perfect.
gather these.
Grab them all.
Look at that. Thank you.
There we go.
I hope you've left the ones I'm after. More!
Nice.
Look at that. I hope you've left the ones
There we
I'm
go.
after.
This is what tigers do best.
All right.
More!
All in a day's work.
What a harvest!
And thanks to Sora's help.
Yes, quite right. Thank you, Sora.
Well, how's about a little more bouncing?
Oh, no. There's no bouncing in farm work.
Aw, no bouncing at all?
Huh?
I want to bounce.
Whipper, snappers, and they're bouncing.
Excuse me, Rabbit. The carrots are very nice, but, might you have some honey to go with them?
Now's not the time, Pooh. If I give you any honey here, I'll just end up with a bear stuck in my front door again.
Well, looks like your problem's solved. Guess I'll be on my way.
Solved? Oh, it's far from solved. We still need to harvest the fruit.
Won't you stay, Sora, for the sake of honey?
Okay.
Let's get gardening. Ha-ha.
More! I hope you've left the
Go.
ones I'm after.
There. Yeah.
I think I'll gather these.
Thanks, Rabbit.
Look at that. More! Thank you.
This enough?
I hope you've left the ones I'm after.
I'll do it. What's this?
All right.
Look at that.
There.
I hope you've left
This
the ones
enough?
I'm after. I think I'll gather these.
Grab them all. Thank you. This enough? Yeah!
I hope you've left the ones I'm after.
Nice!
Look at that.
What's this?
Whoa!
More! I think I'll gather these.
Thanks, Rabbit!
Thank you.
Go! There!
Look at that. I hope you've left the ones I'm after.
There!
I think I'll gather these.
I'll do it.
More!
What's this?
Keep at it! Grab them all! Well, I'd say we've earned a rest.
Yes, yes! Look at all this marvelous fruit.
Oh, it's lovely. Lumpy loves fruit.
You know, Rabbit, I find that fruit always tastes better with a little honey.
You're right, Pooh. It certainly does.
Hoo-hoo! Then I'll keep looking for fruit up at bouncing height.
And I'll surge closer to the soil.
Sora, could you help me with my flower patch? I've got a surprise for Pooh.
A surprise? For Pooh Bear?
Yes, Sora?
Oh, it's nothing, Pooh.
Let's get gardening!
I'm rather in the mood
Impressive.
for a smackerel of honey.
More! I hope you've left the ones I'm after.
Perfect! Nice!
Honey.
Perfect!
Look at
Delicious.
that. I think I'll gather these. Well done. I'll take those.
Honey.
More! Thank you.
Delicious.
Impressive. I hope you've left the ones I'm after.
Delicious.
Well done.
At your service. Somebody send for
Keep
me.
at it!
Honey.
There we go!
Look at that.
Perfect!
Honey.
I think I'll gather these.
Go!
Delicious.
Thanks, Rabbit!
More! Thank you. Impressive. Look at that. I hope you've left the ones I'm after.
There we go!
Delicious.
Well done.
At your service.
More!
Somebody send for me.
Honey.
Look at that. More!
Oh, thank you, Sora.
Here, Pooh, a pot full of honey. It's your reward for being such a big help. Eat all you want.
Oh, thank you, Rabbit.
You planted all these flowers just for Pooh?
Really? Why?
It's simple, honey. Flowers mean nectar. Nectar means honeybees. And honeybees mean honey.
Oh, and the flowers are so lovely. I like the pretty colors.
Look at them all. They're boasting even higher than me.
Oh.
Aww.
Oh. Sora, I believe the one I should thank for all that yummy, delicious honey is you.
Don't mention it, Pooh. Besides, we all helped.
Sora.
Hmm?
You used to be right here. Why is it that you went away?
Away? Oh, that's what you meant by your home.
Yes. You see, when I get a rumbly in my tumbly, it's very hard to think of anything but honey. So I was worried that I might have forgotten you away.
Silly bear, I'd never.
Oh, good. Because I want us to be together forever.
Pooh, we are together. There isn't a second that we're not. Except I can feel it. Our connection's weaker. Why is that?
What's wrong, Sora?
Oh, it's nothing. What matters is I'll be here.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so we've only got
No going away.
a few minutes left with this video, but yeah, there's nothing in 100 Acre Wood that just plays any significance, and this was a world I was really fully disappointed in. But I mean, we get some ingredients out of it, and you get a new Keyblade, so I guess that's something. But again, this is honestly, I can give Frozen the benefit of the doubt because you're doing a lot of stuff and you're exploring a lot of terrain in that game, in that world. But Winnie the 100 Acre Wood just no. I'm sorry. Waste of time, complete waste of time. And yeah, and you get a new Keyblade. And actually, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually going to call it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the ending of Frozen and this little side quest, as you'd call it. But the next episode is going to be really great because we're going to be heading into Monstropolis, and I absolutely love that world. It's so cool. It's another Pixar world, and I can't wait to talk to you guys about what I think about that world and how I think it reminds me a lot of Batman Arkham Asylum. So thank you all so much, and have a great day. See you in the next video, guys.
All is as it should be. But how come Sora's picture disappeared in the first place?
Something's happened to me that made me vanish from Pooh's heart. Merlin, I don't ever want to lose my friends.
Well now.
Huh?
There's no need to fret, lad. Whatever's lost can be found again. There are always new paths between hearts for us to discover and traverse. But you already know that.
Yeah,